Hi, welcome Taurus to Rays of Hope, Rainbow Light, Love and Healing Tarot. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. And for those of you who have not subscribed, please do help me build my channel. So anyway, let's get on with your reading, Taurus. And from what Spirit's telling me is that you've had a lot of emotional turmoil in the end of the year. Actually, maybe spurts of it during the year as well, where you are exhausted. It could be a relationship that you've been with for a while, and I think that you might have had enough. But the new year is opening. This new energy that's coming in is opening for you in a way that's going to give you a little bit more energy, and it's time for reorganization of your heart, your relationships or relationship, and see what else could be coming in for you. But I really feel it's time for you to take a rest, from a relationship that you've been having that's been not always so accommodating for you, supportive for you. And right now, this energy that's coming in, and it's all about Jupiter being here. And there's so many wonderful alignments that are coming in with this year. Know that the first part of the year is going to really be about, reflection, rest for you, reorganizing. What is it that you want and what you don't want in a relationship? Very important. Speaking your truth, very important. And don't give up the ship. At the end of the year, hopefully you have not abandoned yourself, that you are finding a new partner or reconciliation. I also feel in the mid-month or before the end of the January, this is your January forecast, there might be someone that's coming back into your life that you might be kind of maybe now, maybe you're kind of not talking to each other, but they're coming back, or it could be someone, from the past. So let's see what the cards will say. So much is coming already that I have to stop. Let's just look at the cards. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out an energy card here to see what's guiding this reading right now. And let's see what Spirit wants us to know. What is the energy that is going to be part of this reading that is guiding us to more of opening up and understanding anything that you need to know? All right, so let's see. For Taurus, what does Spirit want us to know? Sensuality. So in a relationship, this frequency reminds us that, that as spirits in human bodies, we are sensual beings experiencing joy and pleasure from the physical world through our senses. So there is something here that could be an energy that might have been lacking in your relationship, Taurus. You're very sensitive. Perhaps there wasn't enough sensuality in it. Maybe you had more of an intellectual love, but that's in the mind, but the thing is that let's just see what else is going on here. It's the number 36, and in numerology that equals 9. So there could be something here that's going to come in to this month of January. All right, so let's see what's coming in, what is around you, and what else does Spirit want us to know in these first 3 cards that I'm going to pull out with the Twin Flame Confessions. Let's see what's going on around you, what's coming in, what is a probability or possibility, and then we'll throw some tarot over this, and we're going to give you a forecast for the month. So there's going to be rows for each week of the month, okay? Then we'll do clarifying and put out some other messages for you, all right? So let's see, Taurus, what does Spirit want us to know? So there's a sexual encounter. So for some of you, let me think, this is where you have been with this maybe relationship. Some of you are bringing in someone with a very sensual and sexual, lustful intent. There's a sexual bond here. I think perhaps also, Taurus, that you might have this sexual bond with this person, but it's not working out. It's very emotional, and it's true. Sexuality and sensuality does trigger us, but I think this is a time for you, Taurus, to kind of find a way not to get triggered and to really understand what it is in this connection that you have. Is it helping you? Is it supporting you, or is it emotionally draining? Perhaps you're not getting anything out of this relationship except a wonderful sexual, sensual bond. That's important too. So perhaps you want more than that. I think in my heart, that is what it's saying. What else does Spirit want you to know about this connection? Let's see how this evolves for January for you. So this is just information that Spirit wants you to be aware of. Anything is possible. Oh, frozen, hard to let go. Of course. Of course. The person you're with is resisting change, but it's hard to let go of something that gives you pleasure, correct? Let's just be honest with ourselves. Pleasure is important. But if that's all it is, and you're looking for something a little bit more deeper and fuller and more futuristic connection, where you both grow together, you both share life together, this might not be the right connection. But this is where we learn. This is where we learn, because this is how you're learning what you love in a connection, intimacy. Okay, so let's not look at it as a loss. Okay, look at it as a learning event. Okay, that's going on in your life. That is not exactly what you want totally. It's not 100%, but it's a learning curve. So let's see what else Spirit wants you to know here about this connection. Okay. You are divinely guided here in this connection. For some reason, when this card comes out, I feel like there's purpose. There's purpose here in this connection that you're having. And it's not going to open up until we know more information about the energy of this person and anything that you and this other person are talking about. But it looks like, trust what's going on in a way, but it's all about you, Taurus. Remember, it's about your growth process and your heart. And when you're in alignment with your mind and your heart, that's when love finds you. But if you're in desperate mode, in needy mode, or codependent, love is not going to find you. You're always going to bring in a partner or someone that is not, it's not someone you're going to like. It's going to be the same. People who are cryptic, they don't speak, they don't express themselves, they are deceiving, because our feelings are our most important guide in any time of our life, whatever we do. So let's see. In the first week of January, which is just about over, let's see what has transpired or what has yet to transpire. Okay, so Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is about boundaries. Okay, Seven of Wands is about boundaries, holding on to what you love. You're trying to find a way to keep this person in a place where, you don't want to let them go, because that's where this frozen part comes in here. You're very hard on letting them go. It's just kind of, waiting. But it is emotional, heavy for you, to do this. But evidently it's worth it for some reason. There's just unbelievable sensuality between you, or this really intimacy that you have that you don't want to let go. And I get that. So right here it's saying boundaries. The Seven of Wands is about boundaries. You're fighting for your love. Let's just say that you're fighting for love as well. So, but again, like I said, if you're desperate, it's not going to be about love. You have to be in alignment with your heart and your mind, your spirit, and that's what Spirit is telling me. So here we go. What else does Spirit want to tell Taurus about this connection? Oh, the Eight of Wands. There's a sudden change going on here. There might be some communication. If you shut this person out, or something happened where you woke them up a little, because there's a sudden change here that's very, very possible. And if it hasn't happened already, it's going to by the beginning of this week. There's going to be a rush of love. I think that, if you've been stepping away or showing less connection, or, the flow is not the same, they feel that, and they're not liking that. But it looks like you might have stepped away in a way that is not totally away, but you've been thinking about what to do with this connection. All right, so let's see what else towards the end of this week that happened. Okay, so the Four of Wands here in this connection, you can see it's about celebration, it's about marriage, and to me it's something that you want. You know, you're ready to make a commitment, and that's what's on your mind. That's what you're hoping for. All right, because that's in the end of the energy that's coming through here. So to me, that means it's something that you want, you know, and you want a commitment. You're having a very, very hard time letting go of this connection. So let's see what the second week of January brings. Whoops. Wow, we have the Tower. So there's definitely unexpected events, you know, change is coming. And again, the beginning of this year is all about reorganization. It's not just happening to zodiac signs, it's happening in the world, it's global. It's going to be a reorganization because of the astrology and the connection of and the alignment of planets that are working within our, you know, our stream of life here. And so know that, you know, there's unexpected events, but it's all about intervention, divine intervention. It's happening for you. Again, divinely guided. There's a big lesson here for you, Taurus. And I think what you have to do is think about what has happened. What is that you want? What does you don't want? Things that happen to us is for us. Lessons to be learned. Okay, so the Tower event is definite. A great change is coming this second week, if it hasn't started already, because we are here on Sunday, which is the beginning of the second week. So let's keep going here. Let's see what else is going on in the second week for you, Taurus. But a Tower event is definitely a big change coming, and it could be for the better. It could be to see what is it that needs to be changed. And it's up to you, Taurus, to really reflect on that. All right, reflection is really important as well. That's what Spirit's saying. You need to sit in stillness and be with yourself more, instead of trying to figure out how to make this work. You know, you've done enough of that. And here, yeah, the Eight of Cups. So the second week is definitely going to be a walking away of some type. You're leaving the past behind you. You know, you want to seek a deeper meaning. This is what you want, Taurus. You want the Four of Wands. You want marriage. This is what's on your mind. This is what started you thinking about maybe this is not right for you, but you know, it's hard to let go of something that makes you feel sensual, you know. And here after the Tarot, we have the Eight of Cups, which is telling me that, yeah, you're walking away. You're stepping aside, leaving the past behind, because you're seeking a deeper meaning to your relationship. You want commitment. And that's exactly what you should be thinking about. But I don't know about this person that you're with, this connection. I don't know if they're going to let you go that easy. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know about that. I think, but you did the right thing by stepping away to make them know that, you know, you might have had enough of what they have to offer. And it's not exactly everything that you need. So let's see. And, you know, they could be not ready for commitment too. What else does Spirit want to tell you, Taurus, about this connection? What else does Spirit want to tell you? Temperance, okay? So here's Temperance, a major arcana. You have another major arcana out here in the second week. So have patience there. It looks like what you both need to do is to really be and reflect in your own time, because Temperance to me is about balance, finding the balance in this connection. I don't think it's over. I think there's just a great change going on, and it's up to you to create you know, the boundaries that you need, and also a commitment of some type that might be agreeable. But the thing is that, you know, when you have harmony in a relationship, it brings a perfect balance of love. And so I feel that by you walking away, you're seeking a deeper meaning of love, because this is what you want. You want a perfect balance. You want harmony. You want patience. You want to seek a deeper meaning in your connection here. So I don't know if this person is really going to go away, but you are stepping away. You're definitely stepping away. But if they had just a great, you know, experience with you, they may not let you go so soon. You know, maybe for a little while, but I feel that they may be coming back if you have let go already. In the second week, stepping away, walking away, I don't think they're going to agree to that. But let's see, let's keep going here. So we have the third week coming up now. Let's see what's going on in the third week with Taurus's connection here. What does Spirit want to tell us about the third week? What does Spirit want to tell us about the third week for Taurus? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, they are definitely going to try to get you back, Taurus. They're not going to let you go so easily. You know, they want your romance. You know, they want what they had with you, even though it may not be exactly what you want. But there might be some romantic proposal, whether it's, I feel, because you have, it's just, it's not ending. I really feel this person is going to try to get you back in some way. And maybe, you know, you walking away in the middle of this month makes them feel that by the end of the month, they go, oh no, you know, I want to get back with you. I want to see what it is that, you know, we can talk about and have the harmony that you both want, right? But let's see what happens here. Let's talk some more. Shovel some more, I mean. The cards talk. Anyway, it's so good. Oops. Oh, so this popped out. Let's keep this here. The Two of Pentacles, you know, weighing options, you know, juggling things, weighing options here. So that just popped out. So you both are going to be weighing options on what it is that needs to be talked about, because the cards talk. All right, so let's see. So for the last part of the third week, what does Spirit want to tell us about Taurus's connection? The Knight of Wands. Yeah, this person's not letting you go, Taurus. It's a sudden arrival, you know. They're taking a risk. It's very lustful, just like it started. I mean, sensuality, sexual encounter. You know, it's hard to let go of, but it's divinely guided. You know, it's something that you need to walk away. Sometimes that creates some, you know, friction and triggering of the other person where, oh, they don't want to lose you, right? So with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, this person really, really enjoys your company. And I think that they're a type of person that is kind of cryptic. You know, I feel they're cryptic. They don't say a lot about how they feel, and sometimes that is kind of sabotaging, you know, their relationship. They don't realize that by not telling, you know, expressing that, sharing that. But they're coming, they look like they're coming back by the end of the month. I feel they're coming back. They're going to try to come back anyway. Whether you're going to let them in, I don't know. But you both have a lot to share with each other by the end of the month. This person is not letting you go. What else does Taurus need to know about this connection? The Three of Wands. Oh my goodness. That's a very positive sound. It's a new stage of love, you know, exploring the unknown, exploring the things that you've not had with this person. This person is coming back, whether you're going to be in the right frame of mind or where your heart's going to be open enough, but this could be the next stage in love that you are looking for, and it could be with this connection. But let's see, you know, it's funny though, you know, when I look at the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, this could be two different people as well. For some of you, this could be two different people. This could be someone who realized that you're stepping away from a relationship and they come in, you know, and then this other connection you had feels that you're definitely not paying attention anymore and they're coming in. So now by the end of the month, you may have two, one that's coming back because the one that you walked away from, and one that's coming in that you've been hoping to see, or hoping maybe you've even heard from them. But there's a next stage in love for you, Taurus. You know, just have to be patient, you know, be patient, and you're going to have to find the balance within yourself. Rest. You've had a lot of emotional turmoil, so you have time. Let's go now for the fourth week. We're going to use the Lover's Path. I'm going to clarify this month's love reading, okay? With the Lover's Path, let's clarify the month's reading for Taurus. Let Spirit answer us. Spirit, what else does Taurus need to know for the end of this month to clarify this reading? Balance again. You have temperance again. It's finding the balance, okay? So that's the most important thing right now, is to find the balance, okay? So that's one step. Now, let's keep going here. I like this reading for you, Taurus. It's exciting, you know. Things are happening very quickly. You guys, yeah, definitely. It's hard to let go of something that feels good, that, you know, you have a nice connection, and intimacy is very important, but you need to have more than that. All right, so it looks like this is going to be a good end of month for you. And it's up to you to, Two of Pentacles popped out, weighing your options. You're going to be juggling maybe more than one person at the end of the month. You're going to looking to see what life has to offer you, okay? The one coming back, or the one that might have just be around the corner. Okay, so what else does Taurus need to know from Spirit? You have grace. Oh my God. This is divinely guided, is right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You are being graced here. This is, wow. Amazing. My heart feels for you. Wow. This is really, you have two major Arcana cards. My goodness. Wow. Very nice. Now all we need is the Strength card to come out, right? So we have balance, we have grace, and then we'll have strength. So what is it that Taurus needs to know, beloved Spirit? Please let us know. What does Taurus need to know about this connection? Let go of the burdens. This is the Nine of Staves, saying it's time for you now to let go of any emotional burdens, reflect. Grace is a time for you also to, you know, get back to the balance, you know, get back in balance, get back in alignment with your heart and your mind, and let go of the burdens or the emotional heaviness that you've been holding. And let's see what happens with these connections, that the past and maybe a future one that might be coming in, because there's two people here, the one that you've been seeing and the other that might be coming in. If you haven't met them yet, they're around the corner. So let's see if there's any medicine in this, or alert. I'm going to throw one card. I don't usually use these, but for your reading, I need to. I need to know if there's anything else that Spirit wants to tell us that could be an alert or medicine. For Taurus, what does Spirit want us to know about this connection? A celebration. Oh my goodness. Wow, this person is saying having you in my life is worth celebrating every day. Wow, they're really going to try to come back. They're coming back, Taurus. They're not letting you go as easily as you might want to. They don't want to let you go. So I think that you're going to have to really weigh your options, find that balance within yourself, let go of the, you know, the heaviness that you've been holding on to. And let's see what Spirit element is here as well that could help you understand the energy around you. Okay, so these are elements. These are the elementals. Let's see what comes out and helps you, Taurus, or is going to be part of this energy here in this month of January. Okay, so for Taurus, what is the Spirit that's guiding this reading for the month of January for Taurus? The wind Spirit. Okay, so the wind is about cleaning up, clearing up. It's about circulation. It's about reorganization, right? When the wind blows, what does it do? It reorganizes everything. So it's time to reorganize. I think that, you know, you're going to have a very busy time towards this end of month to really weigh your options and think about what it is that makes sense to you. All right, so let's give you the final message with the Whispers of Love and see a final message for our Taurus. What is the final message, Spirit, for Taurus for this reading? What is our final message for Taurus? Oops. You are limitless, Taurus. What beautiful. It's a magical energy here. It's a unicorn. You can do anything you choose, so don't forget that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and please read my description box. I've been there's so much self-help there. You know, I've been a spiritual healer for many years, written a book, but check it out. Check my website, and if you need a special reading, let me know. Take care now. Bye bye, Taurus.